Unai Emery. And now both with massive expectations is Gigi Buffon set to make a second start in as many competitive ICC matches for PSG, and Mesut Ozil leading the way for Arsenal with Janusz Mahalik and Watts alongside. This ICC has already drawn these great big crowds in Singapore, and both teams putting forward unique lineups. PSG very much a younger group, Arsenal very much closer to a first back against this Arsenal front that has the majority of their key pieces available. Iwobi and Ozil return. Iwobi from Nigeria's World Cup run, Ozil from Germany. Socrates starts at central defense. Well, Aubameyang is the forward in this group.
Oh, that's different, of course, from the game against Atleti, as Aubameyang played on the left-hand side, and it was Alexandre Lacazette at forward, but formidable, as I've mentioned, Iwobi on the left, also just behind Aubameyang, and Mkhitaryan on the right, Guendouzi, the youngster, next to El Neni in the center of midfield.
For PSG, Thomas Tuchel, 6 teenagers in this lineup. They fell 3-1 to Bayern Munich last Saturday. And they make just one change from that lineup with Buffon, the goalkeeper, and Timothy Weah listed front left. He can find himself as more of a center forward as well.
Yeah, I guess it remains to be seen if indeed that's what's going to happen. And Kunku usually on that right-hand side. Timothy Weah was the central striker. Stay with the player, almost lets him go.
Way too much room here for Arsenal. Opening up play. Aubameyang plays it out in front. It's in. Arsenal scores. Mesut Ozil is challenging a summer as he could have, and he comes right into Arsenal and scores.
Well, I'll tell you what, and that's important on so many levels, because Arsenal haven't been at their best in the first 12 minutes. As I've said, Aubameyang, when he's got the space, he knows what to do with it. But for this man, Mesut Ozil, that comes in handy, right? Has been in trouble with defense in Germany. He's retired from the team. I'll tell you what, it's a good thing for Unai Emery to make him captain, because I think it's a big message. And look at that. Puts it away on the platter from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang there. He puts that one away against the run of play. But again, lethal from Arsenal on the break.
Arsenal fans are hoping that they'll see some combination of those two in a similar celebratory manner over the course of this Premier League season. If they're to be successful, you would think that
early, if you can. It's good to have a nice build-up with 4, 5, 6 players involved, but if it gets you nowhere in the end, why bother? They're trying again. Just a little bit underplayed on this occasion.
Bellerin shouldered to ground, and Soki was rumored to be an Arsenal target, perhaps 1 minute of added time.
Yeah. There's nothing cynical on that play, that's for sure. Both players going for that header. Just that Bellerin gets there first. As always, once committed, you can't pull out of that. It's like the sliding tackle, same situation here. Bellerin will complain, but again, no malice there from Nsoki.
There's still arguing being done here. They're not done with the official yet.
Still giving Bellerin a lot of room, PSG there. I think Arsenal are telling him what they wanted to do. I don't think it's going to happen now, but
this will be Mesut Ozil. Header snapped aside. Mustafi.
Tell you what, if that's on target, I'm not sure that even Gigi Buffon gets on that. You can see an instep driven ball right there. So the power was in the cross, and Mustafi's second look already in the first half, right? And that glancing at her early. And Ramsey on the substitutes bench, and Lacazette. So still plenty to go to for Unai Emery. Although at this stage of the preseason for Arsenal, doesn't look to me like there are any changes, because you want to build that fitness ahead of the season, so I'm sure these players are going to get another 15-20 minutes before we see changes. And then I'm going to have fun looking at you when there's 6, 7, 8 players coming in and you try to scramble to figure out who's in, who's out. I'll be doing the same thing, but I have the benefit of additional minute or two, Mike.
Yeah.
So have fun with that.
Well, these jerseys are great when you see them in person. Really, really nice up close.
It's all good. It's all good.
PSG putting out these new jerseys that were roundly criticized last couple of years. Could be a good moment to stamp his imprint in Arsenal minds. The rip is steered aside. That's Martinez, who came in off the bench. He parries it with one hand. And a chance to counter for Arsenal. Tug from behind. It's a foul in transition. Aubameyang.
Yeah, Lassana Diarra probably going to get booked on this one because he knew he was beaten. You could see Lacazette initiating that, finding Aubameyang and his pace as well. And Lacazette immediately on his bike, probably hoping that he's going to get there. And Nkunku here, and yeah, that's one that he has to save. Good footwork, read it early. Yeah, plenty of power, but you can see strong hands there from Martinez.
Mesut Ozil. Socrates. And Weah, the U.S. international.
Penalty.
It's a goal kick. Nothing there. At least at first glance.
It's a penalty.
Yeah.
I think the assistant referee had to intervene there. Although I'm not sure what the referee was showing. I thought he was showing goal kick, but for me, that was a penalty. Tim Weah against Kolasinac right there as he takes that touch inside. And you can see that left foot sliding. Just catches Timothy Weah, or at least it looks that way to me. Yeah, just enough. Right decision.
Well, maybe Thomas Tuchel was the one who
well, they always do that.
Turn the
right?
tide.
I mean,
yeah. Well, it is a penalty indeed. Christopher Nkunku. It'll be a big moment for Martinez. Came on at halftime in the sticks. Nkunku scores. Well, PSG's leveled it right before the hour mark.
Yeah, well taken. Leaves absolutely no.
PSG started with their 6 teenagers. Arsenal will almost assuredly finish with them.
PSG squad much smaller because of the absence of the key players. So many of them, of course, played in the World Cup, still on vacation.
Service out in front, off the crossbar and in. Lacazette. Well, the Frenchman sticking it to Paris Saint-Germain. It's 2-1.
He's claiming it. Want to see it again, see if that perhaps may have been an own goal, although maybe he gets there first. But again, that ball playing wide, good delivery with good pace on it. All it needed was a touch. Doesn't really matter where it came from, that touch as well. But he's smiling, so he likes it. That tells me that he was the one. Although when I was watching it, I wasn't 100% sure. Let's see. Smith Rowe comes in and. Yeah, Lassana Diarra was there, but oh, this is going to be a great look. I still don't want to take it away from him. Yeah, he does get that. Again, all you wanted is a touch, just a little bit of a redirection. It's an easy one for a manager, right? He pulled the young kid out, but he's played well.
Chip to Ramsey, who heads it up. Punched away Buffon. The follow is in. Arsenal's made it 3.
Lacazette again, exactly the people that you want to be on the end of things, right? I didn't think that ball from Ramsey was particularly very good, right? Because I thought that he needed to head that across with a little bit of power so somebody can get on the end of it. Just looped it up there, and certainly PSG did not deal well with that one as the ball goes over the top. Watch Ramsey here. Not that he can generate a lot of power. You got to put in the dangerous area. Gigi Buffon's been spotless so far. Certainly that's not the one that he's going to remember, because he's got to do much, much better with that. A big man coming out like this, he's got to claim that for sure. But look at the awareness from Lacazette as well. Doesn't have a lot to look at, does he? Off the post right there. He's got to squeeze that in. And speaking of composure right there on a header, that's not always.
And while the U.S. women's national team has pulled some significant players out, Crystal Dunn among them, still some big-time players there. Opportunity now opening up. Lacazette, the extra pass. Kick save, Cibois. Nice Nelson.
Yeah, he's got to put that away, right? I mean, great attack once again started here on that left-hand side. Lacazette so important because of his awareness and the fact that he knew that Rice Nelson was coming there. Look at as he pivots. Maybe in his head he thought that he's going to have a go himself, but finds Nelson on the right-hand side. Yes, it's a good save. Straight at him. I don't want to take that away from the goalkeeper, but Nelson's got to see that ball in the back of the net.
Moving ball, header is in from 18 yards out. Holding.
Yeah, I think he's still processing that, isn't it? Because it's a bit of a looping header, isn't it? Didn't need a lot of power, and I suppose if it was with more power, maybe that gives the goalkeeper a chance to have a save at it. But as that ball was released, I'm just wondering, is it just going to drop there in that top corner? So again, Rob Holding will take that. Look at that driven ball. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful from that distance. You don't see that very often. Look at that. Whew. No chance for a goalkeeper. That's just wonderful. That's what, 13 yards out? For PSG, difficult for Tuchel, as you mentioned, not working with the players that he's going to have at his disposal a little bit later. But Nkunku, once again, pretty decent. Kimi Weah, very good in terms of what he needed to do.
Oh, it's through now for Arsenal. Is it a fifth? Of course it is. And Nketiah, right before full time.
Yeah, must have just kept that onside. That was very, very tight. I was wondering if I was going to see the flag go up on the first look, but again, composure at the very end. Another goal. Result doesn't matter. Let's see in terms of timing. Oh, just right. Well done by the referee. When in doubt, obviously, keep your flag down. And you can see that finish pretty precise. You can see they're enjoying this very much, and that's important as well, right? Under the manager, I mean, if you see a video of that, he's going to enjoy it in Miami, right? That's what you want to have in camp. You're away from home, getting ready for the season. A lot of bonding going on, not just for the players, but of course.
PSG game. They draw a big crowd to Singapore, and they